The swan is this majestic and beautiful bird at the same time, and the swan is known for being graceful and characterized by elegance and sophistication. Geese, ducks, and swans are known for their violent temper and incredibly powerful wings that are said to be capable of causing serious and sometimes fatal injuries. There are about 7 different species of swans that are found all over the world, and the size, color, and behavior of this bird depends largely on the area in which it lives. The pelican is characterized by a long, graceful neck and heavy body, and 2 feet that slip easily when swimming. When flying, the pelican forms a V shape, and pelicans usually mate for life. The pelican is one of the largest members of the aquatic family, and it is among the largest of the flying birds and is considered the largest of all species. Their wingspans reach more than 3.1 meters, 10 feet, and compared to the geese with which they are closely related, pelicans are much larger and have proportionally larger feet and necks, and have a patch of skin between the eyes, and both female and male birds' pelicans have plumage, but males are generally larger and heavier than females. Species of swans differ from one region to another in characteristics. The swans in the northern hemisphere have pure white plumage, but the species in the southern hemisphere are mixed in black and white, while the legs of the swans are usually dark black and gray, except for 2 types of swans. Species found in South America, which have pink legs, and although birds do not have teeth, pelicans have beaks with serrated edges that resemble small teeth that are jagged, and the swan uses part of its beaks to hunt and eat aquatic plants and algae and other objects. Pelicans are found in the northern hemisphere, although some of them reside in Australia, New Zealand, and South America, but the vast majority of swans are in the northern hemisphere. However, they are also found in the northern USA, Canada, and Alaska. It is usually found in lakes and rivers. The swan is found on both sides of the equator throughout the north and south of the globe, and it is usually found in temperate environments, and is rarely found in the tropics, and the swan is a partial migratory, and it migrates to Eastern Europe and Asia. The swan is an omnivorous bird, and you find it very vegetarian in any diet. It eats underwater plants, sea and aquatic weeds and a mixture of plants, seeds and berries when on land, and pelicans also eat aquatic and terrestrial insects, small fish sometimes and even frogs, but they are creatures that know their limits well when it comes to eating. It has been noted that the Australian black swan swims with one leg, and the other is usually tucked above its tail. Years, sometimes up to 20 years, but there are species such as the blackneck swan that live for less than 10 years in captivity. Pelicans gather in large flocks in the winter for migration, and their nest arises on the ground near the water about a meter wide, unlike many ducks and geese, and it is known that pelicans protect their nests strongly. Pairs of swans establish strong bonds between each other and can often mate for a few years as we mentioned, and swans build their nests on the ground from twigs and leaves, and the female swans lay between 3 to 9 eggs, and the egg hatches after more than a month. A young swan can be with his mother in the water in just a few days, and stay close to her for protection and warmth. And a mother swan fiercely guards her children from predators or any animal she believes is a threat. Today the swan is an endangered species, mainly due to hunting and its loss to its living quarters, as well as pollution, especially water pollution, is also the main reason behind the decline in the numbers of swans. People have been hunting swans for many years for their meat, but today the swans are subject to protection, as they began to preserve the existing numbers of them. And due to the size of the swan's big swan bird, we find that it has a few natural predators found in the wild, and the main predator of the swan is humans, as it hunts the swan for its meat and feathers, and there are a number of predators that attack the swans, such as wolves, raccoons, and foxes, and all these animals feed on eggs. Swan bird 2. Pelicans are angry animals, especially when they are protecting their eggs or children, or when they attack other birds that enter their territory. This bird attacks anyone who tries to approach it. Swans live everywhere except Africa and Antarctica, and swans are also found in Australia and South America. Pelicans can sleep on either the ground or the water, and they have the option of sleeping standing on one leg or while floating in the water. The swan is this majestic and beautiful bird at the same time.